which of the following statements is true? 5 over 12 divided by 0.2 is 2 and 1/12. The ratio of 7 to 3 is the same as 23.33%. 0.046 is equal to 46%. And 28.23 multiplied by 0.52 is 4.82. Let's start with the easiest one to debunk, which would be C. To turn a decimal into a percent, we need to multiply it by 100, or take the decimal point and move it 2 places to the right, which would put us at 4.6%, not 46%. So C is incorrect. Let's look at D next. D is being multiplied by 0.52. This is very, very close to multiplying it by 0.5, which would be the same thing as cutting the number in half, or dividing it by 2. So what we can do is some estimation here to see if this is correct. We can take 28, we'll estimate, we'll get as close to a whole number as we can, and divide that number by 2, which would be the same thing as multiplying it by 0.5. And we can see if that's anywhere near 4.82, and it would not be, because if you were to divide 28 by 2, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 8 4 times. We have 14, which is a far bigger number than 4.82, and thus D cannot be correct. Once you've narrowed down your options to either A or B, B is the next fastest one that we could debunk. So let's take a look at it. Anytime you want to convert a ratio to a percent, you just need to divide. So the ratio 7 to 3 is the same as 7 divided by 3. So we can set up our long division here. 3 goes into 7 2 times. 6. We're left with 1 remainder, so let's add a decimal. Add a 0. Bring it down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. We get 9. We have 1 left over. And you can see that this is going to repeat over and over and over. So we're going to get 2.33 repeating, right? That is a decimal that now we can multiply by 100 to get our percentage. That would move the decimal point 2 places to the right, giving us 233%, not 23.33%. It's very close. That means B is incorrect, and A has to be our correct answer. If you were taking the test, this would be enough to mark A as your correct answer and move on, but for the sake of the video, I will show you why A is correct. A says 5 over 12 divided by 0.2 is the same thing as 2 and 1/12. Let's convert 0.2 into a fraction. 2 is in the tenths place, meaning 0.2 is the same thing as 2 tenths. From here, when you are dividing two fractions, you need to do something called multiplying by the reciprocal. Reciprocal just meaning the flip of the fraction. So the reciprocal of 2 over 10 is 10 over 2. You just flip the fraction. There's a helpful acronym for it called keep, change, flip. You keep the first fraction, you change your sign to multiplication. So here's keeping the first fraction, change to multiplication, and then you flip the second fraction. And now we have an equivalent equation that is the same as 5/12 divided by 2/10. 5 times 10 in our numerator would give us 50. And actually, wait, back up. We could look at our diagonal here and simplify. 10 and 12 both have a common factor of 2. So if we factor out 2 from 12, we will get 6. If we factor out 2 from 10, we will get 5. So now when we multiply across, we have 5 times 5, which gives us 25 on top, and then 6 times 2, which gives us 12 on the bottom. From here, we can change it to a mixed fraction. How many times can 12 go into 25? It can go in twice. 12 times 2 is 24, leaving us with 1 left over 12, matching 2 and 1/12, making A our correct answer.